Akua was a 25-year-old woman from a small village in the south part of the country. She had a big heart, a beautiful smile, and a kind spirit. But Akua had a hard time finding a husband because of her extra-sized body. She loved food too much. Akua's parents worried about her, so they took her to see the village elder, Nana Oma. Nana Oma said, "Akua, my dear, your heart is beautiful, but your eating habits must change. You need to find balance and take care of your body." Akua promised to try, but it was hard. She loved food too much. One day, a handsome young man named Kofi came to the village. He was kind and gentle, and Akua's heart skipped a beat when she saw him. But Kofi was also worried about Akua's eating habits. Kofi was smitten with Akua's kind heart and beautiful smile, but he was also worried about her health. He wanted to spend the rest of his life with her, but he didn't know if her eating habits would lead to a long and healthy life. One day, Kofi decided to speak with Akua about his concerns. "Akua, my love," he said, "I care about you deeply, but I worry about your health. Your eating habits are not balanced, and it could lead to serious problems in the future." Akua listened to Kofi's words, and for the first time, she realized that her love for food was affecting her life and relationships. She promised Kofi that she would try to change, but it was harder than she thought. Kofi encouraged Akua to see a local herbalist, who prescribed her some herbs to help with her appetite and metabolism. Akua tried her best to stick to the herbalist's advice, but it was a struggle. Just when Kofi was about to give up hope, a wise old man from a neighboring village came to visit. He introduced himself as Yora Yago, a renowned healer and spiritual leader. Yora Yago looked at Akua with kind eyes and said, "My child, your heart is pure, and your spirit is strong. But your body needs balance and care. I can help you, but you must trust me and follow my instructions." Akua was desperate for a solution, so she agreed to follow Yora Yago's guidance. Yora Yago told Akua that she needed to start taking care of her body and mind. He prescribed her a special tea made from local herbs, which would help with her appetite and metabolism. He also taught her some gentle exercises to help her body move and stretch. Akua was determined to follow Yora Yago's advice. She started drinking the tea every morning and evening, and she made time for the exercises every day. At first, it was hard, but slowly she began to feel a change within herself. Her appetite started to decrease, and she found herself enjoying smaller portions of food. She also had more energy and could walk longer distances without getting tired. Kofi noticed the change in her and was proud of her progress. One day, Yora Yago came to visit Akua again. He looked at her with a smile and said, "My child, you are doing well. But there is more work to be done. Your mind and spirit need healing too." Akua was curious. "What do you mean, Yora Yago?" she asked. "I mean that your mind and spirit have been hurt by the words and actions of others," Yora Yago replied. "You need to let go of the pain and forgive those who have wronged you." Akua thought about this. She realized that she had been holding onto hurt and anger for a long time. She was ready to let go and move forward. Akua thought about the words of Yora Yago. She realized that she had been holding onto hurt and anger for a long time. She remembered the cruel words of her childhood friends, the mocking songs of the villagers, and the disappointed looks of her parents. She had tried to forget, but the pain had lingered, making her feel unworthy and unlovable. Yora Yago saw the tears in Akua's eyes and nodded gently. "My child, forgiveness is not easy, but it is necessary. You must let go of the past and embrace the present. You are worthy of love and happiness, regardless of your size or shape." Akua took a deep breath and closed her eyes. She imagined herself in a beautiful garden, surrounded by vibrant flowers and towering trees. She saw the weeds and thorns of hurt and anger, and she began to pull them out, one by one. With each weed she removed, she felt a sense of freedom and peace. When she opened her eyes, Yora Yago was smiling at her. "Well done, Akua," he said. "You have taken the first step towards healing. Remember, forgiveness is a journey, not a destination." Akua felt a sense of hope and determination. She knew that she still had a long way to go, but she was ready to continue the journey. She thanked Yora Yago and promised to keep working on her mind and spirit. As she walked back to her village, Akua felt a sense of lightness and joy. She noticed the beauty of the surroundings, the vibrant colors of the flowers, and the sweet songs of the birds. She felt grateful for Kofi's love and support, and she knew that she was worthy of his affection. When she arrived at the village, Kofi was waiting for her, a big smile on his face. "Akua, my love," he said, "I am so proud of you. You are strong and beautiful, inside and out." Akua blushed and looked down, feeling a sense of shyness. But Kofi took her hand and looked into her eyes. "I want to spend the rest of my life with you, Akua. Will you marry me?" Akua's heart skipped a beat. She had dreamed of this moment, but she had never thought it would happen. She looked at Kofi, and she saw the love and adoration in his eyes. She knew that she had found her soulmate. Akua was overwhelmed with emotion as she looked at Kofi. She had never thought that she would find someone who loved her for who she was, but here he was, asking her to spend the rest of her life with him. "Yes, Kofi, I will marry you," she said, tears of joy streaming down her face. Kofi placed a beautiful golden ring on her finger, and they shared a tender kiss. The villagers, who had gathered around, cheered and clapped, celebrating the love and commitment of the young couple. As they began to make plans for their wedding, Akua realized that she wanted to lose weight and get healthy, not just for herself, but for Kofi and their future together. She started going on long walks with Kofi, exploring the beautiful countryside and enjoying each other's company. She also started cooking healthy meals, using fresh ingredients from the local market. Kofi was impressed by her culinary skills, and they enjoyed many romantic dinners together. As the weeks went by, Akua noticed a significant change in her body and mind. She had more energy, her skin was glowing, and she felt confident and beautiful. Kofi noticed the change too, and he couldn't stop telling her how proud he was of her. One day, as they were walking through the village, they met Yora Yago again. He looked at Akua with a warm smile and said, "My child, you are radiant. Your body and mind are healing, and your spirit is soaring." Akua thanked Yora Yago for his guidance and support. She realized that she had been given a second chance at life, and she was determined to make the most of it. As they continued their walk, Kofi turned to Akua and said, "My love, I have a surprise for you. Let's go on a journey together, just the two of us. We can explore new lands, meet new people, and experience new things." Akua's heart skipped a beat. She had always dreamed of traveling and exploring the world beyond her village. She looked at Kofi, and she knew that this was just the beginning of their beautiful journey together. Akua and Kofi set off on their journey, traveling through lush forests, across vast deserts, and over towering mountains. They met new people, tried new foods, and learned new languages. Akua was amazed by the diversity and beauty of the world, and she felt grateful to be experiencing it all with Kofi by her side. As they traveled, Akua realized that she had a passion for photography. She loved capturing the beauty of the landscapes and the people they met. Kofi encouraged her to pursue her passion, and soon she had a collection of stunning photographs that told the story of their journey. After many months of traveling, they arrived at a beautiful coastal town, surrounded by crystal-clear waters and golden sandy beaches. They decided to settle there for a while, and Akua started selling her photographs at a local market. She became known as the traveling photographer, and people would come from all over to see her stunning images. Kofi, meanwhile, had discovered a talent for music. He started playing the guitar and singing at a local cafe, and soon he had a loyal following of fans. Akua would often join him on stage, and they would perform together, their love and chemistry shining through in their music. As they settled into their new life, Akua realized that she had finally found her true purpose. She was no longer just a young woman with a weight problem, she was a strong, confident, and talented individual, living life to the fullest with the man she loved. But as they were enjoying their new life, they received some unexpected news. Akua's parents, who had been estranged from her for many years, had been searching for her and had finally found her. They wanted to meet with her and Kofi, and Akua was torn. She didn't know if she was ready to face her past and reconcile with her parents. Akua was hesitant to meet with her parents, but Kofi encouraged her to face her past and reconcile with them. "It's time to let go of the hurt and anger, Akua," he said. "Your parents love you, and they want to make amends." Akua took a deep breath and agreed to meet with her parents. They arrived at her cozy beachside cottage, looking nervous and hopeful. Akua's mother, Oma, had brought a delicious traditional dish, and her father, Kwame, had a bouquet of Akua's favorite flowers. The meeting was awkward at first, but as they sat down to eat and talk, Akua began to feel a sense of closure. Her parents apologized for their past mistakes, and Akua forgave them, knowing that they had done the best they could with what they had. As they talked, Akua realized that her parents had been through their own struggles and challenges. Her father had lost his job, and her mother had struggled with depression. They had been trying to cope with their own problems, and they hadn't known how to support Akua's weight issues. Akua felt a sense of compassion and understanding wash over her. She saw her parents in a new light, and she realized that they were human beings, just like her, with their own strengths and weaknesses. The meeting ended with a sense of peace and reconciliation. Akua's parents promised to support her and Kofi, and Akua promised to stay in touch and build a stronger relationship with them. As they hugged goodbye, Akua felt a sense of gratitude and love. She knew that she had been given a second chance to build a better relationship with her parents, and she was determined to make the most of it. Kofi smiled as he saw the tears of joy in Akua's eyes. "I'm so proud of you, Akua," he said. "You're an amazing woman, and you deserve all the happiness in the world." Akua smiled back, feeling grateful for Kofi's love and support. She knew that she had found her soulmate, and she was excited to see what the future held for them. Akua and Kofi's love continued to grow, and they became inseparable. They traveled the world together, exploring new lands and experiencing new cultures. Akua's photography and Kofi's music became a way for them to share their love and inspiration with others. Years went by, and they built a beautiful life together. They had children and grandchildren, and their love became a legacy that inspired generations to come. One day, as they sat on their porch, holding hands, and watching the sunset, Akua turned to Kofi and said, "My love, I'm so grateful for that day I met you. You showed me that true love sees beyond the physical and loves the soul." Kofi smiled and replied, "And you showed me that true beauty comes from within, and that love can conquer all." And so, they lived happily ever after, their love growing stronger with each passing day. True love sees beyond the physical and loves the soul. It's not about what we look like or how much we weigh, but about who we are as people. Akua's journey taught her that true beauty comes from within, and that love can conquer all. We should all strive to love and accept ourselves and others for who we are, and never give up on the power of true love. I hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Also go and click the notification bell icon in order to notify you once we upload another interesting story. Thanks for watching. Bye.